Hey y'all, so as promised, today I'm going to do the live training on show versus tell. So I have a slide show to show you guys, share with you guys. I'm going to do that now. So we have show versus tell, right? And in this workshop, I'm going to break down show versus tell. So this is show versus tell. My name is Sherry Simmons. I am the admin of this group, Emerging Writers, and I'm going to share this with you guys. So show versus tell. What does that mean? So when we're writing our books, we need to allow the reader to come up with their own conclusion, their own pictures, use their own imaginations to and to enjoy our books. You don't want to give our readers too much details because that's not why people read books. People read books, fiction books especially, to escape their realities, because they're bored or they just love to read. So when you're telling in your story, that means that you're giving details. You're giving the readers their conclusions, you're giving them facts. It distances the reader from the story and it summarizes what is happening. And it also limits the reader's experience because they are not able to draw a conclusion because you gave it to them. They're not able to infer anything because you gave them the facts. So it takes them, distances them away from the story where whatever you presented to them, that it is what it is. So when you show in your work, you allow the readers to draw their own conclusions. You allow them to evoke whatever emotion they want, which is sometimes for those of us who have been writing for a while, we get different reader responses where they say that this character made them mad. They were mad with this. They were happy with this. The readers become involved in your work because now they get to picture and come up with their own identity for your characters. If you don't, like, I don't particularly describe my characters to a T, so they get to imagine the way they want to imagine them, and you allow the readers to experience the story. Right? So, do you show or do you tell? So some authors and some writing books will tell you show versus tell, which will tell you show more, tell more. I say do both, and I say do both with a balance. So that means that you need to figure out when to show and when to tell. So you should be doing both. Okay. So we are going to, how do you show in your story? So I'm going to tell you how do you show. When you want to show something in your story, you use strong verbs. So to show that somebody's walking, you don't want to tell the reader, oh, such and such is walking. You want to use a strong verb. Such and such sauntered across the room. Such and such strolled across the room. So we know that the person is walking, but you just use the word stroll. So we could picture this person doing some dramatic entrance inside of a room. When you're showing, you use your sensory details, so your five senses, your hearing, your tasting, your smelling, your touching, and your five senses. Dialogue. When we showed stuff, we use dialogue to show us what the characters are doing. So when our characters are speaking, they are also doing other things. So some people, you see I speak with my hands. I'm talking and speaking with my hands. Some people will roll their eyes. Some people would, pick their nose, wag their fingers, something. So you need to show something in your writing. And how do we make telling work? So when you tell the story, it takes away, like I said in the beginning, it takes away from the reader's experience. So you want to keep it short. You don't want to give too much detail. You don't want to keep repeating the same information. Make a story that is relevant to the story, and make sure the parts that you're telling is interesting because nobody wants to read a boring book, right? So you have three options. You could show your important details in your information. You could tell the less important but the needed information, or you just leave out what's not important to the plot. So here's a writing exercise for those of you who are watching the live or catching the replay. Describe the room that you were in as if you entered it for the first time. So whatever room that you're in, your bedroom, whatever room in your place that you choose to write about, show me the room, but don't tell me about the room. So show me, obviously you can't show it to me, so you gotta write it out to me so that I feel that I'm in the room. That's what showing is. And then we talk all about characters. Just a little side note about characters. So the next workshop will be about characters. So we will be doing character maps, character trait sheets to see how to develop and map out your characters. And one last thing before I go, these are words to avoid. All of, as of, fact, as, yet, at all times, basically, essentially being that during the course of the day, each and every, for the most part, in order, in the process of. The word just, please use in moderation. Pretty, please use the thesaurus and put in the word pretty, and you'll come up with tons of words to replace the word pretty. Simply that. So the word that, if you can delete it in your sentence and the sentence sounds good, then leave it out. Up and down. So those are pretty much a list of words that you can avoid. Some of them you can simply look in the source to replace. And some of them you can delete out your sentence, and if your sentence sounds good, lead with the sentence and keep the word out. So I hope this helps everyone. I'm so happy to share the little short show and tell presentation. If anyone has any questions, please leave them in the group. And next Thursday, we will have the character work training. Thanks, guys. Bye.